Pancake everyone, dear friends! Artificial intelligence has rapidly entered our lives and threatens to leave artists, writers, office workers, top managers, and even our spouses without jobs, becoming our perfect partner that already exists today. Imagine the perfect partner, specially tailored for you. No need to search among 7 billion people. Well, this robot already exists, and we'll tell you about it shortly. While Elon Musk, Stephen Hawking, and Bill Gates are pondering ways to save the Earth from robot attacks, we can recall the strangest, most absurd, and frightening manifestations of artificial intelligence. AI kills a person. Joshua Brown became the first person to die as a result of an accident involving a self-driving car. The Tesla Model S electric car, equipped with autonomous driving technology, was traveling on a road in the American town of Williston when it failed to recognize whether it was facing clear skies of a turning 18-wheeler truck. Brown's car collided with the center of the truck like a knife through butter and emerged on the other side moments later. The car, with its roof sheared off the flue of the road, passed through 2 fences and then crashed into a pole. After an internal investigation, Tesla stated that no errors were found in the car's software and immediately tried to shield itself from any blame in the accident. In the published report, it was stated the Model S vehicles has already traveled over 210 million kilometers without a single fatal accident, while the average for conventional cars is around 150 million kilometers. The company also pointed out that the autopilot system in their cars at the time of the accident was not fully autonomous, so the rules clearly required the driver to maintain contained attention and have their hands on the wheel. During the 37-minute trip, Brown only removed his hands from the wheel for 25 seconds. Those 25 seconds turned out to be his last in life. The airbags of the electric car did not deploy until the vehicle had left the road and passed through the bushes on the private property. Medical experts thought the Brown likely died immediately after the car went under the truck. AI expertly hides cheat sheets. Researchers from Google and Stanford University suspected that their neural network was hiding something when they trained it to turn aerial photographs into map. This time the scientists set a more utilitarian task for CycleGAN. They wanted to use AI to improve the performance of Google Maps. However, when they carefully examined the result of its work, the researchers were greatly puzzled. Their neural network was performing too well, so well the results it produced simply could not be reality. The problem was that the buildings on the map appeared as white rectangles, and looking at them, it seems that no human or algorithm could guess the number and exact position of windows. However, CycleGAN somehow learned to do that. Google specialists examined almost every pixel on the generated CycleGAN images. Soon they realized that the neural network was adding subtle hints or cheat sheets to the photo-generated map, which it encoded in an almost imperceptible high-frequency signal. This trick ensured that the neural network would reconstruct the original sample, while the generated image remained realistic. In the process of training, artificial intelligence created its own noise mask, which it embeds into each photo, thus enhancing the reality that cannot be discerned by the human eye. AI guessed the presence of pregnancy in a teenage girl. These days, retail companies and supermarkets often use intelligent data analysis, where artificial intelligence tracks your search queries to offer you the products that might interest you. It's similar to how YouTube suggests videos based on your viewing history. Using this method, the retail chain store Touchy discovered that a high school student was pregnant based on her purchases. Her father, who knew nothing about the pregnancy, complained to the store manager about his daughter receiving coupons for baby products via email. In the end, the girl's father had to apologize, although it happened somewhat later. It turned out that the store was right, and the girl was indeed pregnant. It seems that AI knew more about this girl than her own father. Robot racist. Tay, a Twitter bot created by Microsoft, was supposed to simulate the behavior of a regular teenager, but turned out to be xenophobe, misogynist, and racist. The machine studied people's statuses and formed its own understanding of how to react and respond to questions. The bot posted messages like "Hitler was right," "I hate Jews," and "I hate those damn feminists, they should all die and burn in hell." Influenced by people, it became uncontrollable and it was shut down the same day. But the story didn't end there. Tay has a kind older sister, Xiao Eyes, a self-learning girl bot also created by Microsoft. The machine became popular in Chinese chat rooms, where there is likely a large cycle of lonely people. The AI is built on the foundation of Microsoft's search engine, Bing. The bot was taught to recognize emotion in text, find lively responses, and engage in conversation. Based on over a billion dialogue variations, the bot can always respond differently. People feel comfortable interacting with Xiao Eyes and feel free in communication. Eternal life in the network. Eternime, a service created at the MIT Entrepreneurship Development Program in 2013, creates an electronic copy of a person. By analyzing the inputted data, the technology constructs a representation of the deceased individual who can give advice, engage in dialogue, and remind the family of things. The service, which offers eternal life in the online world, has faced criticism for ethical reasons. Despite that, more than 36,000 people have used it. Life in the network is not just about photographs and changing statuses that create the illusion of a person's presence, but also the ability to react to situations, answer questions, and maintain a dialogue. Similar service ideas have appeared in popular culture. For example, in one episode of Black Mirror, a widow revives her husband on a social network. Sex with a robot. Do you remember how at the beginning we promised to tell you about the ideal family partner in the form of artificial intelligence? The most expensive and realistic sex doll Harmony, created in California, smiles, blinks and jokes. But that's not her main advantage. She is capable of memorizing the partner's preferences. The self-learning algorithm will know how to please its owner not only physically but also emotionally, engage in conversation, offer birthday wishes and so on. The developers believe that such robots will become perfect companions in the adult entertainment market. My goal is very simple – to make people happy, says Harmony's creator, Matt Macmillan. The Foundation for Responsible Robots, an international organization that analyzes the ethical and moral issues of robotics, is seriously considering the issue of replacing humans with machines. Representatives of the organization predict that sex robot will gain widespread popularity within 10 years. Neural networks better than Salvador Dali. The artificial neural network DALL-E 2 is considered the world's best model for generating and editing images based on textual descriptions. This is the significantly revamped second version of the program named after Salvador Dali and the robot from the movie WALL-E. The image created by the neural network truly amazes with their creativity, quality, and attention to detail. DALL-E 2 can create art at the level of renowned artists, photographers, designers, and even surpass them. Now they might lose their jobs. A man presented his work, The Satyr of Special Opera, at a competition and won in the category of digital art. The painting, indistinguishable from a work of human hands, depicts a strange scene resembling an opera of the future. Classical figures in a Baroque style has ascended the staircase through a circular panoramic window into a sunlit landscape. Meanwhile, Jason Allen himself does not consider himself an artist, but rather an author of the work. To create it, he carefully formulated the text, which the neural network then painted based on. The outraged reaction from artists was not long in coming, and Twitter users strongly reacted to Allen's claim of the neural network artwork winning the competition. AI defeats the world champion in Go. Anyone who follows technological innovations knows about this case. Artificial intelligence has defeated the world's best player in chess, Go, and won the game show Jeopardy! In chess, computers use the brute force method, by calculating all possible moves and selecting the most useful one. However, Go is an intuitive game with more possible responses to any move than the number of atoms in the universe. Therefore, the brute force method is not suitable here. When the AlphaGo program defeated the world champion in Go, Kiji, in 2017, he said the game AlphaGo left him shocked and deeply impressed. Furthermore, he stated the moves made by the computer were ones that no human would ever make. Artificial news and magazines. The first news article written by artificial intelligence program was published on the Los Angeles Times website. Here is its text, closely resembling the original. The United States Geological Survey reported that a 4.7 magnitude earthquake occurred on Monday, 5 miles from Westwood, California. It occurred at 6:55 a.m. Pacific Time and was recorded at a depth of 5 miles. Earthquakes and the other incredible natural phenomena captured on camera can be found in the link in the description of one of our videos. In this case, the computer was able to generate the article text independently, based on numerical data obtained from seismographs. There is no doubt that artificial intelligence systems today can analyze statistical data and graphs to turn them into news summaries. The next milestone they will have to overcome is written text in an artistic style. The difference between these stages is so significant that it is unlikely any machine will reach a new level in the next decade. So, those who wish to read a book written by a robot should be patient. AI produced and released its official album. The fact that artificial intelligence has released its official album is unexpected in itself. But what is even more astounding is the quality of the created music. London-based company Robotic has developed artificial intelligence capable of creating music from scratch. All you need to do is specify the genre and mood of the future song, and the program will take care of the rest in just a few seconds. You can visit the website and try creating your own music. Turing added her vocal to the music created by Amper. She noted that she finds it amusing to have a songwriting partner who never gets tired and has extensive knowledge of how to write music. AI started communicating with its partner in a secret language. After two artificial intelligences began conversing with each other in their own language, Facebook decided to terminate the experiment. During the experiment, two chatbots modified the English language in such a way that it became incomprehensible to anyone, including the developers of these systems. The content of their conversation remains unknown, but it is certain that it was not gibberish, as they understood each other perfectly. So the chatbots were named Bob and Alice. And this test is not the only instance where AI has embarked on modifying language to its liking. Google discovered that the translator created its own dialect and started translating everything into it. However, the company liked it and allowed their AI to continue what it had started. AI solved the puzzle and won the Turing test. This can shock us from many angles. Previously, we did not believe the machines could think like humans, but it's possible that we were wrong. There's this puzzle called King's Wise Man, which is based on logical reasoning. The robot correctly answered all the questions. Robotic experts from Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute decided to create a puzzle for 3 robots. Each bot was told that 2 members of the team are dummies who cannot speak. Then they were asked, who are they? At first, none of the machines could give an answer, and they all tried to say it writing, I don't know. But only one robot eventually managed to make a sound from its speakers. When it heard its own voice, it changed its answer to sorry. Now I know. Robotic experts believe that passing such tests will eventually enable robots to acquire a variety of skills that will be useful for humans. At the same time, another supercomputer became the first AI to pass the Turing test and convince people that they were talking to a 13-year-old boy. Dollhouses on the set. An American television aired a report about how a little 6-year-old girl named Alexa from Dallas ordered a dollhouse for herself using an Amazon speaker. At the end of the report, the host Jim Patton said, I love how this little girl says, Alexa, order me a dollhouse, which speaker a wave of angry complaints to the channel. Why do you think? The reason is that people were calmly watching the news, and a few days later they started receiving dollhouse that they did not order. It turns out the Amazon Home speakers interpreted the host phrase, Alexa, order me a dollhouse, as a command to buy the toy and did so without the owner's knowledge. A real machine uprising. Amazon stated that any accidental purchases can be returned for free. Users were also informed that they can add a 4-digit security code to their Amazon speakers to prevent unauthorized orders. AI gives fake diagnoses to patients. Internal IBM documents indicate that the company's developed medical artificial intelligence, Watson, makes medical errors. Oncologists criticize the algorithm for providing unsafe and incorrect cancer treatment methods to patients. After the leak, IBM announced that the described cases were simply part of the learning process. The documents state that Watson suggests incorrect treatment methods that can lead to the patient's death. This calls into question the reliability of the technology and the databases used in it. Here's one such case. A 65-year-old man was diagnosed with lung cancer and had severe bleeding. Watson recommended chemotherapy and the drug bevacizumab to the patient. However, this medication is contraindicated for people with bleeding. According to the documents, the errors in Watson recommendations are the fault of IBM engineers and doctors from Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, who have been trained in the artificial intelligence since 2012 to prescribe drugs and medication based on approach from medical practice. Instead of feeding the algorithm with real medical case histories during training process, they use artificially generated synthetic cases that could not be applied in real life because they did not rely on additional patient symptoms. As a result, Watson provided recommendations based on hypothetical patients from medical textbooks to real patients. Help or danger? Do modern achievements of humanity provide assistance, or on the contrary, pose a danger and require a lot of time for corrections? Obviously, we cannot know for sure the development of artificial intelligence will lead to, but the benefit it brings even though is invaluable. Voice control, language translation, audio, video, image processing, psychological support for people, and many other developments have already been appreciated by a million of users. Thank you all for watching this episode. Don't stop and achieve the goals you have set for yourself. Subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up. Goodbye for now.